drummers, welcome into a bonus episode of the Worship Drummer podcast. That's actually someone else's thing. Worship Drummer Journey. Good Lord. Oh, gosh. Hey, In Sync drummers, welcome into a bonus episode of the Worship Drummer Journey. It's a shorter one, and it's not episode 2. Episode 2 is coming out in 4 or 5 days. This one is with another student of mine, another friend of mine. His name is Lester. It was a really cool and encouraging little conversation that we had. He was just telling me a story and a testimony, and I just kind of had some other stuff to share. So the whole point of sharing these is to kind of have, have like-minded people talking about stuff that you might be interested in, that might encourage you, that you can relate to. And if you can relate, or if you've got questions or anything like that, please leave comments down below. Please like and subscribe, all the good stuff. But if no one watches, if no one comments and doesn't find this interesting, then we won't keep doing this. So do let us know if you enjoy these videos. We'll see you in the next one. Enjoy this one.
But one more story.
Oh, I'd love to hear a story.
Got back from camp last week.
Camp?
That's why I wasn't here last week.
Yeah.
So I went to church on Sunday just to sing.
Nice.
And started doing the verse. I'm like, I'm going to go drum. Because it's all
awesome.
all
It's
set
still
up.
there. Oh,
Yeah.
okay. Oh,
We did, and not perfect, but there's a really good feeling at the moment.
Yeah.
We did For What the Lord Has Done in Me.
Yeah.
That's a bit of a, not weird, but it's a different rhythm, that one.
Who sings that one?
There's a few people that do it. I think Hillsong does it most. We did Cornerstone.
Yeah, nice.
Remembrance, the communion song.
Mm-hmm.
Not the one that I showed you, but there's a different one. And
Is there a different one? Okay.
my wife sings it so beautifully, man. I just melt when I hear her sing. Don't tell her I said that.
Why
But
not?
I just love the way that I was just smooth
slow.
into it.
Yeah. That's a good feeling.
It is.
And not feeling like that tentativeness to, is that kind of the difference?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. And with the new guitarist and because it's all set up, I was just calm.
It's cool.
You know, like, but anyway, that's my story.
That's literally what this stuff is about. Like, the show, if you want to call that, is the Worship Drummer Journey.
Absolutely.
And like, I hope that it helps other people just like realize that, like, how important all the little small milestones are, but also like the fears and the feelings and the real reason you're doing this isn't to get it all right. Like,
when we did For What the Lord Has Done in Me and the Remembrance, I'm like, I'm feeling this song.
Yeah.
You know,
It's like actually coming from here.
Yeah, and I wasn't worried about and they're not songs that you have to be like massively
I know what you mean,
overbearing. Like, it's not about the drums, it's just about the soft and the message and the scripture.
And were they kind of songs that you feel like could have been fine without drums?
Yeah.
But it was like, no, I need to release like my worship on the drums.
Absolutely. And the amount of comments, and you just see it in the congregation. You can see the eyes shut. You can see just the
connection,
the immersion into it.
Exactly.
But
I feel that.
Yeah,
that's so good.
You, man. Like,
yeah,
it's everything. But it's like, the amount of comments and feedback's like, this is so good.
Yeah.
Like, so good to hear the drums and everything like that.
Right.
Getting messages to say, like, they love being at church because we've got guitarists, we've got drums, we've got beautiful singing. Yeah, it doesn't 100% come through the YouTube.
Yeah, dude, I know what you mean.
Yeah.
But dude, that's so like encouraging, and it's kind of like it helps you probably realize that it's all been worth the time and effort and the money. Like,
the money, like,
money's whatever. Like,
the money's whatever. A bit like you, like, you're not worried about if I pay and.
I don't care. I just like hanging out.
Yeah,
and working towards the goal. Like,
Yeah.
And I guess you're already achieving the goal, but it's always like what I always talk about with I guess anyone to do with like worship drumming is like, I want my skills to be at a point where my skills can just facilitate whatever I'm feeling.
Yeah.
And hearing.
And I remember one of the first questions you asked me was, what was my purpose for this?
Yeah.
It's like an educator, what's your why?
Yeah.
Why am I wanting to do it? It's for me to do what I can do in church.
It's literally to give you the words to speak and the ability to express your worship on the drums. And does it feel more natural? I don't know. It doesn't matter if it's not or it is, but is it more natural than guitar and singing, or like is it just dependent on the song?
I concentrate more with guitar.
Oh yeah.
Easily. I am concentrating with the drumming.
But when you're just playing stuff that's just flowing out, you can just kind of connect with the song.
Yeah, like before church, like 10 minutes before, we like to just do singing or background music. We're like, all right, let's do My Lighthouse. I'm like, I don't know how to do that, but let's give it a go.
Yeah.
I was okay. The singers didn't know the words. Everybody in the congregation is singing along and clapping along. I'm like, this is cool.
It's fun.
And like, we don't have the music in front of us. The guitarists are just winging it.
That's cool.
So
I love that, bro.
Thank
you so much for sharing, man. It's like, it definitely just makes this like, I don't know, less like, hey, we just keep on doing the same thing, but it's for a reason, and it's not just about playing songs more correct. It's just.
I wouldn't be here if it was just drumming.
No.
Honestly, like
I wouldn't play this instrument.
Yeah.
If it, I'm like, I feel that emotion right now, like because I was catching up with just talking to a mate about gigging, because he's just had a couple gigs, and I was like, yeah, I used to do that, but I don't miss like coming home at 2. But then I'm like, I also just don't miss like. The one thing I did miss was like the fact that I played so often that my skills were just honed.
Yeah.
But everything about it is not really what I'm made for.
Yeah.
With drumming is supposed to be like this connection point with the Father's heart for me. And like when I'm playing in a church, I know this has happened before, when I'm playing in a church where there's no like, I don't know, it's all about getting the song just flawless. Yeah. Like this thing is stale.
Yeah.
And I just love that just connection with God, and I like what you said about immersion, like helping people get immersed.
We're together because without the congregation.
Yeah. No, it's not about. Yeah. No, I agree. Like.
What are we here for?
We're here asking the big questions today. I do have a little challenge warm up for us.
Let's do it.
And then we'll get into